Peace, peace, peace. Day 24. 30 days of enlightenment. Upgrade your consciousness. Today's video is going to be about balancing the internal energy, balancing the masculine and feminine energy. And we're going to find a way to word this. We want to learn more about the masculine and feminine energy that we just spoke more of, that each and every single one of us has in varying proportions. Some in equal balance and others in varying proportions. And we want to learn about some of the ways that we have learned as a people to utilize technology, and also the different elements of this reality to illustrate how to measure the health of an internal essence of an individual, the health of someone's body and mental function. All right, now the body is normally observed to the health, blood type, blood level, blood sugar, all these other things. When we talk about how to observe the health of a person's psyche, there are a lot of different tools and a lot of different systems that we can utilize to take a look, because each of them is like a magnifying glass showing us a closer picture of something that is relevant to the individual we're looking at. So today we're going to be using the chakra system, which many of us know about, and I also want to let you guys know there are other systems that we're going to be talking about in this form of balancing energy, so stay tuned in. Super excited. So to do this one, we're going to be a little bit different today, so get ready to hit the rotate. Yes, so you're going to have to hit the rotate. So I'm going to show y'all. Looks like this. Y'all ready? Hit the rotate. All right. Bam. All right. So now if you did hit the rotate correctly, now you should be seeing me inside the screen, seeing me inside the screen, seeing me inside the screen. Now that's basically how we observe ourselves as the essence of spirit living the human body. But we'll talk about that later. I'm going to get this iPhone a little bit closer, because y'all going to notice the audio don't change because I'm going to swag it like that. So yes, this is how we're going to do it. And this is how we're going to finish and continue today's video. Super excited. Hey, I'm looking at all these technology tools. I'm like, I can swag like this. I can swag like that. Super excited. Boom. So let's tap into this. Oh, super excited. Too excited. Too excited, boss. All right. So here we're getting started, and we're going to be looking at the chakra system. Now, the chakra system, I'm actually going to see if I can get you guys the origin of the chakra system. I'm going to talk to y'all about the origin of the chakra system. But the chakra system is a system that utilizes the 7 primary colors to observe and get a closer understanding of an individual and their energetic expression, in addition to their energetic stability and state of mind at the moment of observation. So basically what this means is an individual has all of these energy centers in different opening amounts or valve amounts. So it's like you can open the hot water all the way, or you could crack it open just a little bit and crack the cold just a little bit. So it could just be, you know what I'm saying? So everybody has it in a different varying proportion. Some people have overly open, and some people have it very, very, very closed. And this is why we striving for balance. And this is the reason why we're having this conversation, because this system allows us to actually take a peek at the different aspects of our energy in context to our masculine and feminine energies, and how to have them in a flow of balance, because we can use this system to see what individual could perform at with everything balanced based on this system's observation. Now, I say based on this system's observation because there's other systems that sometimes simplify or even add other observations that are all very helpful in creating this level of awareness. So let's go ahead and understand what this chakra system has to offer us. So at the bottom of the chakra system, I'm gonna go ahead and get a little fancy over here, and now I'm telling on myself. Okay, so look, I'm gonna go ahead and get fancy over here with this chakra system, and okay, so this is not gonna work how I wanted it to, because I'm using something else to cover up what I'm doing, and it's not gonna work. So let's see if they got some pictures for me. Oh, they got a picture. All right, bam. So I'm gonna get around with y'all like this. Bam. I can make it pop. You did? All right, Costello. Okay, so either way, family, what we're going to start with is understanding the root chakra, okay? And this actually matches the colors, but it's a little funky. So basically, we're going to start here with the root chakra. Now, the root chakra is actually has another name that is in Sanskrit, if I can find it correctly. And I don't have it here. I'll actually be letting you guys know about the Sanskrit words that these names and these energy centers have been remembered through, so that we can actually understand the roots and the root meanings that are attached to these symbols that show us more about ourselves. So the root chakra connects us to the earth, all right? So when we say it connects us to the earth, we're really talking about understanding our self-consciousness. We're really talking about understanding our connection to the elements and our connection to the essence of life. And being one with the essence of life is really about feeling safety and security within oneself. And this is what this energy center represents. And if this energy center is not in a balanced state, an individual might feel something like lack, or they might feel like they're not taken care of, or they might feel like they might have thoughts in those type of directions. But that's only on the emotional level. Now, each chakra, I'm gonna go ahead and start writing for this if I feel like it. So basically, for each chakra, right? Oh, this is what I was supposed to do. So for each chakra, right? Thank you. So for each chakra, there are physical and emotional illustrations or symptoms that the chakra illustrates based upon its health and its functionality. What does that mean? It means that an imbalanced root chakra can also illustrate emotional or psychological related issues or physical bodily related issues. And I have some of those here. Some of the physical imbalances in the root chakra include problems in the legs, feet, rectum, tailbone, immune system, male reproductive parts, and prostate gland. Those with imbalances here are likely to experience issues of degenerative arthritis, knee pain, eating disorders, and constipation. So it's really illustrating the lower aspects of the body and how the organs and the organ systems that correspond in those lower areas as well, which is very vital and important. You can't really skip those. You need everything. And you need everything working in tip-top shape too. So that is the observation there of the root chakra. We know that it's our center of connection to the earth, and it's our representation of our physical form and manifestation. Then we're going to move up to the Sacral Chakra. The Sacral Chakra is the center of creativity. And in this center here, we have our flow of energy, which is known and understood as emotions. Energy, emotion. And we express energy and motion as feelings, because we feel from the inward outwardly. And when someone sees what we're doing, they call our feelings out by words. So this is basically understanding that the emotional center is the Sacral Chakra, which is the second chakra, all right? Now, to also speak to the male and female energy and balancing that aspect is to understand that some of these chakras are male and female, but then there are also male and female in different varying polarities. So the Sacral Chakra we could consider to be more so feminine by nature. Why? Because it's creative, and the creative energy is not one of logical reasoning like math and numbers. Is more so about flow, ocean, and understanding and dance in a word's forms. And those are more so feminine energies. And we can't say that it doesn't have any masculine at all though, but it just has different balances. So this is showing us like, okay, well, if you're looking to heal the masculine part of the body, or the part of the emotional body, and we would look at the following chakra that we're actually pulling up onto next, because this one represents the masculine energy more so than feminine. And this one's called the Solar Plexus. And the Solar Plexus actually illustrates the center of action and creation. So this is more so about utilizing your self-identity, which is illustrated at the beginning chakra, your connection, your realization, your alignment, your awareness of self, right? And then your sacral chakra illustrates your creativity, and that is also ideas, emotion, and also the home of those emotions. All right, and that's more so creativity. So it's more about birthing something. And from there, you have your solar plexus, which is the center of action, and this is where we use our creative energy and we express it in a form. So that could be like dance, that could be like your type of work that you do, or the way that you even show up and represent your character, yourself. Those are different areas that are corresponding with the solar plexus. So if we look really quickly at some emotional imbalances of the solar plexus, issues of personal power and self-esteem. Why is that? Well, it's because the solar plexus is the center of self-confidence. The root chakra is one of self-consciousness, and then this one, the solar plexus, is kind of like self-confidence, because the reason why I feel like the self-confidence is there is because that's how you represent and see yourself, to show who you see to the world. It's not about who the world sees, it's about who you see, and then you show them that. And if you're not able to do that, that's because you're most likely seeing yourself as someone else sees you in the old form. And those are issues that happen there. It's a lot of things that I'm noticing in context to the traumas that people are overcoming, is that they're normally resident in the lower three chakras. It is very vitally important to understand that, because the lower three chakras allow for an individual to sustain, build, and nourish the upper four chakras and upper three chakras, and the top three up here, the upper three chakras here. So it's very difficult to focus and keep that energy, sustain that energy, if the lower chakras are not actually balanced in that way. So I'll say that again. The emotional imbalance includes issues of personal power and self-esteem. Our inner critic comes out fear of rejection, criticism, and physical appearances. So that's a lot about how people see you and what people say about what they see. And if you set that more valuable than what you see about what you say about what you see yourself, basically saying you value other people's opinions over your own. And these are things that take time to mature and master your energy, so that those things are not in your way, unless you're already good with those areas of life and dealing with people. But if not, then that's something you should be working on already before you're watching this video. You don't need me to tell you, you know already. So let's check this out. We're gonna move over to the next chakra, alright? So this is just a little deep dive. We're gonna put our pinky toe in here and just see the water temperature real quick, and keep it moving and have a magnificent time. So we're over here with the heart chakra, and the heart chakra, I'm not sure exactly how to illustrate the heart chakra. I feel like the heart chakra is the center of home, the energy of home, because the heart chakra is the bridge between the upper three chakras and the lower three chakras. And when a person has this chakra in a proper healthy balance, their desire is to help, give, and love others and other beings in the form of animals, plants, and themselves. And this means the doorway to home, in the context to feeling at home within yourself, not based on where you are in the world, but really wherever you are within yourself. And you're always at home within yourself, because that means you've sustained and created that energy for you. And that illustrates the balance from the heart chakra. So if you look at one of the emotional balances of the heart chakra, we pull up on over loving to the point of suffocation. This is exemplifying overly expanded, meaning that the heart chakra is too big. What would that look like? Well, it'll kind of look like this. If I can get this popping like rock sauce. Hold up. I can get this popping like rock sauce. Yes. So if this joint was overly expanded, you will be giving too much love in your relationships, and you'll be suffocating your partner, and you'll be buying them things, and you'll be knowing that you shouldn't be doing that because your bank account is looking at you crazy, and you're just doing it because, so that means you're not balanced, and that's overgiving. But then at the same time, if it's too small, or if it's not large enough, we're looking at jealousy, we're looking at abandonment issues, we're looking at anger, we're looking at internal bitterness, we're looking at fear of loneliness. Okay, So the two spectrums, the way that the thing flows is all about balance. And this is where we can find ourselves healing the energies. Now, if we want to talk more about the male and female like we spoke about earlier, we could consider the root chakra to be male and female. We can consider the sacral chakra to be, I mean, they're all male and female. Let's get that point across first. But in this observation, from the context of utilizing these chakras, their functionalities and their energy center purposes, with the identification of which energy we need to heal, it helps us see which chakras we should focus on in context to how to heal the energies within. So if we're going to talk about healing the male energies, we will already say that this one, the sacral, is a little bit more on the feminine aspect, and then we have the male. So if an individual is discussing how to heal the male energies, we will already know what we should be focusing on. Not to say that we should leave out the sacral chakra, but this is vital and important. All right, and this actually is, all about what it is in the system to be a man, to manage what it means to sustain life in this existence, and all the things that come with it, like all the parts of this system that come with it. So, that stability, that security, those are root chakra issues, and that's all about this reality and how to manage. So, this is a little deep dive on how to use systems like these to understand where in which an individual needs to strengthen themselves based on knowing where they're deficient. Now, one thing I'm noticing is that as you start to learn these type of different ways of like picturing, you can have a conversation with someone and they can tell you where they are without really knowing that they're doing that, and you can know because you're listening for it. But not to get all up in somebody's business, because I don't tell nobody unless they ask me. But I really like to learn how really much I'm learning, and that's what I like to do. So let's continue here and just take another peek here with the F and the M's over here. And I think we can definitely say the heart chakra is male and female, but let's go and talk about more female, because we're talking about female in this energy observation. I feel so more we're observing that the feminine energy of the heart chakra is more so of a home, more so of a welcoming, more so of a being and wrapping around type of thing, and that's like hugs and things like this. And that is, I like hugs, and it doesn't fit really with the masculine energy when we start naming the words for the masculine energy, like action, goals, orientation, form. You know what I'm saying? That's more like structure and all these other words. And so, so I would just say F there. And then over here for the throat chakra, I didn't tell you guys about the throat, but we're tapping into it now because I've been speaking this whole time, showing y'all what it sounded like you did. So, check this out. The throat chakra. The throat chakra is the center of communication, all right? The center of communication is vital and important. Why? Because it allows the individual to share what their thoughts are, to share what their feelings are. And those things actually reside both over here, of course, in the mind, and also over here, of course, in the internal aspect of the being. So you're basically able to share your internal world outside to the other people in the world. And a lot of people need to learn how to speak more, because the world creates a false illusion that allows people to believe that it's worth better not saying nothing. And that's the reason why people they baggage all the time, because they never spoken out. They never shared it with nobody, and they had no therapist, they had nobody to talk to. And they just haven't realized that there's lots of people to talk to. And I'm waiting for them to realize that so that they can start sharing their own message too. Because I'm a source of inspiration. Y'all supposed to watch these videos, get inspired, make some videos so I can watch. You dig what I'm saying? Because that's how the time is. So boom, check this out. We over here with the throat chakra, and we want to understand some of the imbalances with the throat chakra, because we're understanding that the throat chakra, let me slow down and take 2 steps off the gas. The throat chakra is the center of communication, all right? It basically, like I was saying, allows us to share our internal world, our thoughts, and things like this. So let's talk about one of the imbalances here. Let's talk about the physical imbalance. Issues including thyroid, sore throats, we'll try and pronounce the ones we can, ear infections, ulcers, any facial problems, chin, cheek, lips, tongue problems, neck pains, and shoulder pains. All right, let's talk about the emotional imbalances that are resident and reflective with the throat chakra. Include issues of self-expression through communication. Issues of self-expression, that's directly there. Because if you're not feeling for yourself and you're not actually expressing how you feel, then that's it right there. You got something to work with here in the solar, and you got something to work with over here in the throat. And anybody tell me I put T at throat? Man, hold up. I meant to put masculine, because that's more so about representation. And if you're going to represent something, you represent yourself, your identity. That's the I and the I am. So that's all. That's masculine energy. So boom, we have this to work on right here, boss. And I'm working on it too. So you ain't doing nothing by yourself, boss. So yeah, check this out. We're going to go ahead and leave that right there. There's a lot to talk about when it comes to the throat chakra. And when this chakra is balanced, we are free flowing with our words, our expression, and our communication. We are honest and truthful yet firm. And we are extremely good listeners, because we know that when we're about to say something, it's only someone who's listening. So we want to listen to what they said so that we can persuade them to hear what we're saying. It doesn't make sense to talk to somebody if you're talking to them. And that's the reason why people can't listen to the heart, is because they're talking all the time. This is why you listen to silence. Let's continue though. So check this out. Okay, computer. Okay, computer. You doing something for the video? What you trying to do for the video, computer? So no, that was on me. So check this out. We had the third eye family. Now the third eye, I'm gonna go ahead and get real early with this. What's that? With this. I'm gonna go ahead and drop an F right here. All right. The third eye is considered to be feminine in its property. From this description, it's masculine and feminine. Let's continue to understand that all the time. But it's more so feminine receptiveness, because it is receiving impressions that are electromagnetic and also extrasensory. So the third eye allows for an individual to interface with clairvoyance, clairsentient abilities of being able to perceive outside of the physical eyes, more so being able to feel into the thoughts and feelings of others in a form. It's kind of like leaning out of your body a little bit, but not really, sort of. And it's kind of like being able to know how someone feels based on their thoughts that they express, facial features, or even just how it feels to be next to them. Depends on a bit the person's sensitivity, and I'm getting that level of sensitivity where I know when I can't be standing next to somebody because they not we'll talk about that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you be in certain places, like, okay, well, this is not the place to be. And you just know how to read energy. It's about, sensitivity. And in context of having people conversations, you're able to know when someone's hiding something from you to see certain things, because the conversation allows you to see pictures. It's almost like, I can see that you're like you're trying to curb this situation, so I don't ask about that. Things like this are easy tells. And then there's also through voice, tonality. There's so many different ways to touch and see, like, it's almost like you see someone took a footstep and you can tell the person walking is angry. But then it's not really, just because of the footstep. It's kind of like because of the angle. It's kind of like, So we'll talk about that and how to utilize the clairvoyant abilities on the third eye later on. All right. Let's talk about one of the emotional imbalances here. We have moodiness, self-reflection, and an inability to look at one's own fears and to learn from others. So there you have it. That's a little bit of rejection of what is coming to you as wisdom, and not really being open to that. And the open aspect of that is actually what I explained a little bit more earlier, being receptive to the electromagnetic or the extrasensory things that you learn along the way, because you're picking them up by your observation. It's something about detail that we are able to pick up. We'll talk more about that too. So let's tap in with the crown as we work our way all the way down. Well, no, we just worked our way up. But check this out. So the crown chakra is located at the top of the head, all right? In our little image illustration here is above our sister head over here. But the crown chakra, I would have to say the crown chakra is male and female in its orientation. I don't think I could put one or the other specifically on the crown chakra, and I'll tell you guys why. Because I would say The crown chakra illustrates a level of enlightenment, and this level of enlightenment gives an individual the opportunity to foresee above the realm of duality. And seeing above the realm of duality illustrates being able to transcend the consciousness of that by which we use English to illustrate a man or a woman. And the reason why is because society illustrates that a man is that only a man. But that's not true, because a man comes from a woman. So you can't be less than what you come from. That's like saying that how can somebody else not be of God? You came from God. How are you going to be less than what you came from? This is how they say, do you believe in God? That's a question that should be thrown out the world. The world should never ask that question. The world should just say, do you recognize and allow yourself to accept the presence of spirit in your everyday existence? Do you honor and reverence that? How do you honor and reverence that? Oh, well, I'm a Buddhist. Oh, well, I'm a Christian. Oh, well, I'm a Muslim. That's a better question, because that only makes sense. The other way don't even make sense, because it makes you think that it's possible to live in a reality where the essence of presence is not existent, where it's always. So that's stupid. They shouldn't even be saying stuff like that, because it's toxic in itself. It's the language that allows for such way of thinking. I'm telling y'all, man. That we'll continue. But this, the crown chakra, allows you to see over all of these things and see, really understand, and know that it's not about left and right all the time. But this is something that we can learn more about, especially here in the crown chakra. So this center, really, when it's balanced, it allows the individual to feel the energy of spiritual support in the form of reaching outwards to share, to reach upwards to receive, in the form of seeking knowledge to be able to share, to assist, and also transcend one's own perception. This is called ascension. The ascension is the rising and the heightening through the energy centers. Not only that, it is also the rising and heightening of your awareness and the form in which you perceive. Why? Well, it's because if you see things the way that you saw them before, then you might not learn anything from them the same way that you learn from them now. This is the reason why you can read a book, and you can read the entire book and finish it, and then later in 2 months, you can read the same book and find so many amazing things that you didn't even remember to check. Why? Because you were at a different level of altitude, spiritually or mentally, emotionally, at the first time you read the book. And then life experience in other books, and life experience in other people, and life moments, and other things, victories, and other things. And then you come back to read a book again. You're at another vantage point. You're seeing it from another higher altitude. This is the process of life. This is the growth and ascension. And this is the process of self-realization. It is a climbing of your own spiritual ladder. That is next to infinite. So, we can talk 33 and 33 spine and vertebrae. And Christ died at the age of 33. And we can throw the numbers. But it really runs forever, because this is how it runs. And I'm super excited for it. So check this out. This is the illustration of the chakras, all right? And this is our teaser, all right? Now, this video is probably the longest video in the 30 days of enlightenment. I appreciate you guys for checking this out. These are some of the things that we can do to balance our energy. And the next thing I was going to let you guys know about is that there are some focuses that I would like to bring to focus for others, because they're my focus, and they are to heal the energies in the lower 3 chakras. And these energies here are things that we should focus a little bit more on, so that we can make sure that we are sturdy and foundational to continue to build upon the upper 4. So with that being said, family, I'm going to go ahead and switch over to this. All right, so family, this is day 24. Is it 24? Yeah. Out of 30 days of enlightenment. Upgrade your consciousness. Super excited. So with that being said, family, this video was fun to make. We're going to do more like this. And I'm going to talk to y'all next time. All right, peace.